Hey guys, you're probably wondering what's going on with Merc right now, and I'm gonna try to explain it. The video I'm showing here is just me PvPing for a little bit. Sorry about the lag. I do not have a great computer when it comes to recording. So let's get into it. It might be a little complicated for some of you to understand, but I'm gonna try and explain it as simply as possible. So what happened is our server pretty much, or the database, ran out of memory, or space to use space. So what it meant is that whenever I try and log into a database, or the control panel for the servers, it has to create a session file, and the session file takes space, and without space, it couldn't create the file, therefore I couldn't log in. So this morning, when the servers were offline, it was because they restart at 3 AM every day. So the servers shut down, and then when the servers wanted to restart up, a session file could not be created because there was not enough space, and therefore the servers did not start up again. So, not having enough space was not due to like a ton of files just taking up all the space. It was like a memory dump, and pretty much those are like just files that just keep getting like created and created and created and created, like useless files. And the dedicated server has been online for 5 months, so these files are building up. So I restarted the dedicated server, and it fixed the login issue. So I was able to log in, and everything was fine. But then another problem appeared. The file called user-catch.json, when the server restarted, it locked the file, and when the server rebooted up, it overwrit the file and made it 0 bytes. And pretty much what this file does is that whenever you log in or you're playing on the server, it saves your name and your UUID associated with your name into the file. So plugins can take that stuff and properly save things you've done on the server, like changes to your balance, for example. So when Salting goes in the server, he buys something from the shop, his UUID and username are saved into this user.json, so when Essentials, when it goes to save or update his file with the new balance, goes to the user.json, user-catch.json, takes his UUID and properly saves his file. However, when this file became overwritten, it became 0 bytes, and therefore, that when these plugins went to go save these files, they're saving these files as 0 bytes. They're just basically saving, like taking your file that had all information in it and just saving it as 0 bytes empty file. Pretty much erasing your stats at that point, or your data, I guess you could say. And this isn't for all things on the server. It was mainly for the homes and balance and player vaults, I understand. So, if you logged in from 6 PM to 3 AM yesterday, and you're probably one of these affected, if you had edited your homes or balance or your player vault that day, then it would have been reset. But from my understanding, not many people were actually affected by this, and there is some, and I do have backups. I can restore people's information, but I do not have I don't have the time to back up everyone's information that lost stuff, and I don't know who lost their stuff, and I'm not going to back up the entire server an entire week just because 10% of the server doesn't have their stuff. And this is a very unfortunate event to happen, and I did not cause it. I didn't intentionally want to do this, and it wasn't really due to my error, but I'm willing to offer compensation, so I'm thinking everyone for next weekend gets to use the Kick God of God once or something like that, and where everyone gets like something special on login for the inconvenience I caused you guys. But other than that, Factions has always been a hard server to run. It's very server intensive. There's definitely a lot more bugs and things to worry about. It is a pretty big server. The map's really huge, so it takes up a lot of space. But I think I'm going to focus my attention on the kit PvP server and Warfare and stuff like that. We're thinking we're going to make it sort of like a kit PvP environment, where you choose a kit, you go out and fight, and like kit PvP, we have this update coming out where you're going to have all these ranked elos and things like that, so that'll be fun to have, and I think players will enjoy kit PvP a lot more. But other than that, this database problem didn't really cause anything bad to happen on creative or kit PvP, because the stuff on these servers are actually saved to a database, so their stuff is always saved there. It's 24/7 constantly being saved to the database. So whenever you get a kill, it's like instantly saved to the database that you got that kill. Whereas in Factions, the information is not saved to the database, but saved into a separate server directory, and that was where the problem became in, because Essentials hasn't been updated since like 1.7, and it's just been, they don't have the ability to have a database connected to it yet. But hopefully someone works on that, because that's definitely something that's really needed for the server. But yeah, go ahead, create a forum post if you want your homes returned, your money. I can look into it for you, and hopefully I can please you. But I can't help everyone right now, so I'm not. And please don't mail me on the server, because I can't help you that way. It is a little bit of a process to get your stuff back. I do actually have to go type in your name and you find your UUID and then like search it up in a backup file and then like copy it over to the new back to the server. So it does take a little while to do it per person, so keep that in mind. Again, I'm sorry for the inconvenience I caused you guys. Hopefully you still like me, but whatever. See you guys next time.